my name is Tayvon out, and again, I'm sitting down with Christian, and he is one of the best artists I've actually heard in a very long time. We're here with the Aloft. What is the concert series that is here?
That's called Aloft Live Tour.
So give an intro to everybody. Tell them who you are.
What's up, guys? I'm Christian Burghardt. I'm a singer-songwriter from Portland, Oregon. I've been doing this for about 7 or 8 years, and I've been signed to FAB Records for the last 2.5 years. And just now putting out my single on the radio. It's called Safe Place to Land. Hopefully you'll be hearing it in your state soon.
So, Safe Place to Land, we literally just heard it. We're gonna, plug in a little bit of the footage here. But it was very heartfelt, and when you actually sung the song, you looked like you actually were going through something on stage. So how did it feel to perform it, not only outside of your state, but in a new territory, and for people who didn't know too much about you?
For me, like with the songs that I write about my personal experiences, every time I step on the stage and have that guitar in my hands and start singing the song, it feels like I'm reliving the moment again, and I really try to put that through in my performance, and I hope I was able to do it tonight.
Okay, that's perfect. Now, Christian, I told you just before we got started, it's not going to be a normal interview, so we're going to have a little fun now. My grandfather, if you're watching this, you stole my CD from when I turned 5, and I would really like that back, and this is serious. If you're ever watching, I'm coming to get that CD. So as far as, if you had an actual robot to build of your influences, so you had the legs of, just for an example, like Johnny Cash and the arms of Stevie Wonder, what robot would you build and what pieces and why?
Oh man, that's an intricate question. Jeez, let me think. I got so many influences. I think the head would have to be Johnny Resnick from the Goo Goo Dolls, just because I'm a big fan of his voice, and I've definitely influenced some of my characteristics of my voice from him. The arms, John Mayer. His guitar playing is phenomenal, huge influence of mine. The body, I'm going to have to say, this is going to be out there, Eminem. I'm a huge fan of Eminem. I bought the Marshall Mathers LP when I was a kid, and that was a joint for a second.
I actually got in trouble for buying the Marshall Mathers LP.
Me too, man. I had the non-explicit version.
I had the extremely explicit version, and I had Kim playing in the living room, and my mother came home, and she was like, "Wow, this song is kind of different." And then when he makes that abrupt turn into vulgarity that he takes. That was the time that my mother actually paid attention to the things that I was actually buying CD-wise. Yeah, so the body, Eminem. Who else? What else? You got legs, you got feet, hands.
You got the legs, right?
Eyes, ears. I don't really know what goes on a robot.
Oh man, the legs. Jeez. I was a big fan of, I went through like a Linkin Park phase. I feel like those guys really changed music. They were the first ones to kind of fuse modern rock and rap together, so I'm gonna have to put them as the legs of my mobility right there.
Okay.
And as for the robot goes, that would be my top 4 choices right there.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I've previously asked this question, and first 2 things that come to the head.
Okay.
If you were on a deserted island, what are the 2 things you would take with you?
Guitar and my woman, whoever that happens to be.
I actually said cell phone and...
You went with the technology right away. Huh?
Yeah, because I could call somebody.
You trying to get off the island?
No, I want somebody to actually deliver food on a boat. I'd be cool with being deserted, just at least...
You're not cool with coconuts and fishing, huh?
No. That only could get so, nutritious after a while. I'd probably get pissed off and really just stop eating. I'd lose like 40,000 pounds. I'd put it all on and lose it right back. I'd come back to the States and be like, I have a new diet, guys. Coconut fish. It's all the rave where I just came from. But I said my cell phone, and I also said, this is gonna sound crazy, but my charger.
Man, you've been poisoned.
But so okay, Portland, Oregon. What is that like?
Man, it's a great place to grow up. It definitely plays into the cliche. It's rainy a lot. We get like 3 good months of sun. Oh. But I guess for a songwriter like myself, it's actually really conducive to the process because you're stuck indoors all the time, and there's really not much else to do but video games and music. So I turned to songwriting at a certain point, and really worked in my favor, I guess you could say.
So, in high school, when you went through high school, did you find yourself as like an outcast? Did people look at you like, oh my God, Christian, he can play the guitar, he's so dreamy? Did you get that, or did you get more so of the, he's just a weird kid with the guitar, he plays all the time in the corner?
I was kind of like in an awkward phase in high school.
Oh no, you played football, so you were kind of like the jock.
I was,
that could
but
sing?
like I was also like in choir too, so I was like hang out with
like Glee.
I was like in the middle ground. It was really weird. Like I wasn't really like the top dog in any side. You know what I mean? I was kind of an outcast of myself.
So it kind of counterbalanced.
Exactly.
You have the good over here with being a football athlete, and then you have the bad with being the choir boy. So you have to like run from choir practice to football practice, hoping nobody can see you.
I was doing the double thing, man. I didn't really know who I was. I wasn't really mature at the time, and I didn't have any style, and I didn't have it together yet. I still had glasses and wore socks and sandals together. Bad shit like that, man.
There we go.
And,
socks and sandals is in athletic.
I guess.
Please tell me athletic. I really hope they're like some kind of Nike slides and Nike socks, or did you have like thong?
Nah, man, it was bad, man. I'm telling you, I didn't know what I was doing back then. But
did you really?
Everybody comes into their prime at a different time or whatever,
No, please tell me you didn't have like thong between the toe sandals and like wild, what are those called, like funky socks? Are those what those called?
Man,
please tell me that's not what you had.
There's some pretty bad times, I'm telling you. I came from a Catholic school because I went to kindergarten, 8th grade Catholic school. So when I went to high school, I went to public school and I was totally out of my element. I didn't know anybody, so it was
no more ties, Mom.
A little bit of an adjustment period for me. So, but no, I mean it was great, man. It was a good learning experience. Yeah.
Okay, so if the zombie apocalypse broke out right now, do you think you're equipped?
I think I'm equipped. Yeah, I mean, my father's a big hunter, and I grew up shooting guns. I think I could jump right in.
Okay.
That'd be fun, man.
Hand-to-hand combat, you know, karate?
I used to do taekwondo when I was a kid.
Oh, so you're ready. You're actually
flexibility
ready.
is long gone since then, man.
Okay, so that's... the taekwondo is actually null and void now. So... if The Walking Dead were to happen, like we wake up, I think about this all the time. I literally tell everybody.
You watch The Walking Dead?
I watch The Walking Dead like
show.
crazy. It's a beautiful show.
When's that next season coming up, man?
I don't know, but they need to get into it soon.
I'm telling you, man.
But I think all the time, like, what if I wake up one morning and I go to get a sandwich and everybody is zombies? Like, that doesn't scare you at all? Like, in no way, shape, or form? Like, I can no longer go to Subway and be like, hey, can I get a whatever. Now I gotta run. I gotta get away from everybody. That doesn't scare you?
Not necessarily, man. I think we're pretty far off from that, but...
How far off?
I don't know, I mean...
Ebola happened. I seen Kanye West walk up on a stage. He didn't say anything. That could be the sign of end times. There's a lot of different things that we can actually contribute to the end of times happening. Zombie apocalypse could happen. It could happen like makeup could be contaminated. Okay? So, okay. This is serious. The makeup could be contaminated. It can be in lipstick. Girls are kissing guys. Boom.
Man, that's pretty far-fetched, but I suppose it's possible.
We can get there. I feel like we can get there.
Regardless, I think I'd be ready. I think I'd be equipped.
Okay. So as far as social media, do you spend a lot of time on social media? Do you find your occasional 3-hour breaks on
nowadays,
Twitter?
yes. So, I mean, ever since I got on the record deal, I've been having to be more conscious of that type of stuff. But, before then, not so much.
So do you talk to fans?
I do. I try my best to get back to everybody and, keep in touch.
Tell them how to find you.
Find me on Instagram. It's just Christian Burghardt. On Twitter, it's Christian B Music, and Facebook's Christian Burghardt Music.
You tell them how to spell that, just so we can make sure.
Yeah, so Burghardt, I know that's a really weird name. It's a Burgharddt.
There we go. See, there we go, ladies. Now, Christian was also telling me that he's looking. No, I'm playing. So, Snapchat, none of that.
I got Snapchat. Yeah, it's Christian Berg H. That's all I could fit in.
Yeah, it's a pretty long name for Snapchat. I think
2 9-letter names is not too much fun, man.
Snapchat me. I wish I could have that name. So, your project is coming out. Is it going to be an album, EP?
Yeah, so I have a 5-song EP out. It came out late 2014. It's called The Safe Place to Land EP. And that's available on iTunes. Snag it when you get a chance. I have my full album coming out this year, most likely. It's TBA, so sooner than later, hopefully.
Okay.
And we're planning on doing a full-length tour in May, so stay posted on my sites.
Are you going to be in Austin?
I'm hoping so. Yeah, the last
for,
tour I did, we came through Texas 3 times, so
Okay.
I'm sure we'll be back.
Okay. Tell us a little bit more about the Live at Aloft Tour 2015.
Yeah, the next show is March 18th. It's in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And from there, we'll be visiting Orlando, Cleveland, and Denver.
Okay.
So
y'all check it out.
Any of those cities.
It's a lovely show, honestly. I was actually captivated to not move from where you were. I wanted to actually be close enough to see. No, honestly, this is gonna sound a little weird. Like, I really wanted to be close enough to find out what you were doing at all times. Like, I wanted to be able to see you and the rest of the room at the same time. So I'm really excited about what's next on your horizon. Okay, this is going to be the last question. The last question here is, if you could marry. No, actually, I take it back. I'm gonna do another song. I'm gonna do another one. If you could have any one song, and you could make it yours, past, present, whatever, current, popular from the past. One person said "Happy Birthday," and I was actually kind of upset.
Wow, that's actually kind of clever, though.
Yeah, I said the Hokey Pokey because it's so lively. Could you imagine owning the Hokey Pokey?
No, man, that's incredible.
Or owning Happy Birthday. Anyways, so if you could actually own one song, past, present, whatever, like from anybody, any genre, anywhere, what song would that be?
Man, that is so hard. That's a good one, man. You got me right there. Give me 1 second. You finally got me, man. On one of them. Jeez. One of my favorite songs is actually on the John Mayer record. It's called "Stop This Train."
Okay.
And it's a song about growing older and like the troubles that he goes through mentally, dealing with that. And I just think the song is brilliant. The guitar work's brilliant. And if I could have written that song, I'd be a happy man. Life would be complete.
Okay.
So that's the first thing that comes to my mind.
Perfect. Well, again, we're here with Chris Burghardt. I promise you guys got to check him out. iTunes, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, everything. Follow him. You will not be disappointed. We really appreciate you checking in with us. And guys got to check him out. Any last words?
Yes, check me out on my venues. I'd love to see you guys at a show coming up here in the next month or so. Take care.
Thank you, Aloft Hotels.